EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for December 3rd, 2020. We're expecting mostly sunny skies today to at least start the day here on Thursday. Then we're going to have clouds increase later today, and it remains mostly cloudy overnight. So, for a pretty nice day as far as temperatures are concerned, going back to near average temperatures for this time of year, or maybe even a hair slightly above. After we were pretty chilly on Wednesday. We are expecting, again, those clouds increase and maintain overnight. And then Friday will start off mostly cloudy as well. And then we'll have a frontal boundary vicinity that's going to have a few showers that is going to produce here in the afternoon. May even mix with snow initially across parts of northeast PA as this moves in. But it looks like just a few showers that will arrive during the afternoon. And then in the overnight, we have some showers that will continue and develop into periods of rain into the overnight hours here on Friday night, and then continue on Saturday. Now, this is a crazy system. We've talked about this for a couple of days now, and all the uncertainties with it. We're only about between 48 and 60 hours away from any possible wintry component to this, and the models still don't have this figured out. I'm going to go and pick a side here in this video. I'm going to show you what I think, just my gut feel, of what is going to be correct. This first one I'm showing you is the European model, and I do not think this is going to be correct, but it's not impossible. Okay, so all these models I'm going to show you right now, not one of them is an impossible solution. There's nothing saying, okay, well, that's just doing something goofy, and that's defying the laws of physics, so that's obviously wrong. I'm not going to do any of that. I think every single one of these are plausible and possible. But I'm going to pick a side here, and it's not going to be the European model. This is the 18Z run, and it shows the rain changing to snow on the backside, which isn't, that's not a bad forecast. Okay, it's actually what we have in some of our locations across the region. But it really wraps up here and gets really, really deep, and you got a heck of a cold conveyor belt on the backside here that brings accumulating snow over, and a decent amount, over eastern Pennsylvania, going all the way down to the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. And that's because this thing really, it phases and it wraps up. It gets really strong. We talked about that in yesterday's video. How strong is this low going to get? Does it phase? Does northern stream phase in here? The upper level energy phase in with this low here and really bomb it out. If you did have that scenario, this is what it would look like. And you have that big cold conveyor belt coming over the top of that system, almost like in a comma head shape. And it would change dynamically, change that over to snow, and then wallop New England after that as this moves away later on Saturday night. Is this possible? Yes. Is it probable? I don't think so. Okay. Also, we had the NAM come in this evening. Same thing. This is the 18Z run. 18Z run does something somewhat similar, not quite as robust here. It's not as wrapped up, but it has accumulating snow over eastern Pennsylvania before this moves out. Now, I will say something about the European model here. This is what it was showing here at 18Z, the 18Z run. If we go back to the same time frame on the 12Z run, if it's going to let me do that, the 12Z run had this much further south and east. Okay, so it's completely different. We're not only seeing differences between models not agreeing with each other, which is not an atypical thing. That happens all the time. But run-to-run consistency is not there. So these models run every 6 hours, and what happened 6 hours ago is completely different from what's happening 6 hours later with a new run. So you're not having model-to-model, or not only not having model-to-model consistency, you're also not getting the consistency within the same model as it runs every 6 hours. So this is a little more difficult to forecast, and that's because of that upper-level trough coming into this into play here. So NAM, same thing. You go back to the previous run here at 12Z. This system here was much further southeast. And it's not going to load for me for whatever reason. It's not doing it. Yeah, it's not loading. Okay, so just take my word for it. It was much further southeast. So the whole idea is that it keeps changing every couple hours here, or every 6 hours. So the consistent models have actually been the GFS and the Canadian models. Now they have changed and varied a little bit on precipitation type. And I'm going to show the RGEM here, which I'm actually favoring this kind of solution. It has the same idea with a shower starting here on Friday afternoon, showers overnight, and continuing on Saturday. At some point before ending here, though, in the parts of central PA, northeast PA, you get some snow on the backside, but not a lot, not a significant amount. Maybe some of the higher elevations, northeast PA, maybe getting into far northwestern New Jersey, higher elevations, and that's it. Okay? You get a rain-snow mix that comes in a little bit further south. Because this is moving faster like this, and it doesn't really take advantage of the cooler temperatures in the overnight, and the colder air is delayed getting in here, we just have mainly just the northern areas, and the elevation areas change over to snow, but areas, maybe even as far down south as, like, the Lehigh Valley, central New Jersey, might have some flakes mixing at the tail end. That's what I think is going to end up happening. It's primarily a rain event. At the very tail end, we'll have some flakes mixing in. And then again, at higher elevations, the further north and west, you might have some minor accumulations. Very minor. Not a big wrapped up system, not a major system. Again, is that possible that it happens? Yes. Is it likely? I don't think so. I'm going with my gut here and thinking this is going to be more of a realistic opportunity here. I know some of you are snow lovers are going to be disappointed with that, but believe me when I say we have plenty of opportunities going forward. Okay, especially when we get close to the middle of the month. There's a window there I really like. Okay, so there's other opportunities down the road, and not just for December, but for the rest of winter. We have plenty of opportunities. It's not going to be like last year. Okay, we're not going to. We had like next to nothing. We're going to have more than last year. That's for sure. So we'll have some opportunities. So just pick and choose your battles. If this is not going to be the battle to win, then we just go. From a snow lover's perspective, anyway. Some of you are like, well, that's great. I don't want snow. But if you do. That's just one missed opportunity. It's not a big deal, okay? And then taking a look at the rest of the week as we go beyond this point, we're going to go after the system moves away, which we think is going to be later on Saturday night. We are generally dry for a couple days, mostly sunny Monday, Tuesday, and then again here on Wednesday with partly to mostly cloudy skies here on Wednesday. We have a little northern stream system that's going to be diving in here on Wednesday, and that could lead to some increase in cloudiness. But other than that, that's your system that we're expecting here in the week ahead. We'll get ahead, we'll have a better look at this again tomorrow, and hopefully have a little bit more clarity. But it looks like everything's coming in line as far as what I think is going to be the evolution of this system. Do I think it's going to be a big wrapped-up storm like this? No, I don't. I don't think it's going to do that at all. Like the 18Z European model run here, which just over-amplified this system and gave us a pretty decent amount of snow in this whole conveyor belt on the backside. Again, it's possible. I don't think it's the likely solution. Doesn't have a lot of support from the ensembles. We'll continue to monitor this over the next couple of days. If there are changes, we will certainly let you know. But right now, plan on the majority of areas, majority of the region, to see just rain from this. And again, it might change over to snow in the northern areas at the tail end. May mix with snowflakes before ending. In some of our central areas, I don't think it gets down to 995. Okay, so that's about it. And then, the rest of you are going to end as rain. So I think that's our weekend system. Again, any changes we'll let you know over the next couple of days. I'm EPA and WA meteorologist Bobby Martins. That is your outlook for December 3rd, 2020. Have a great Thursday.